Hello, you amazing friends, and welcome to our legendary March International Networking Meetup on Thursday, the 17th of March. Can you please hang on, March, it's March. I keep getting mixed up with April. Give the person next to you a round of applause, and please excuse me for being flustered. Before I was terrified that I was doing a Windows 11 update during the Zoom, but thankfully I'm not. But it's also a big welcome, great having you with us. And oh my God, we've got Alexander Kittle, big wave to Alexander Kittle. I saw Alexander in absolute Canberra yesterday. It was absolutely wonderful. So also say a big welcome. You're here nice and early. It's such an honourable pleasure having you with us. We've got Heck, a big wave for Heck. Heck's our guest speaker later on tonight. So it's actually his morning where he is now, but it's tonight for us. So I just want to say a big welcome. So just to let you know, it is being recorded, so keep it all clean and positive. And please use the chat to keep the discussion going. Now, with the winners we have here, what I want to do is I want to focus on a few of our wonderful meetup leaders. So we've got Alexander Kittle and Karen. Let's start with Alexander Kittle. How are you today, Alexander Kittle? And great seeing you yesterday in Canberra.
Oh, look, I'm wonderful, even if I am having a fight with the Duna monster that wants to drag me to bed after a 13-hour day in front of a computer. I'm doing all right, and it was awesome to see you again for our meetup / as Pajero calls it, he's not here. What we have, our friendly banter conversation.
It was really good. We had a real good one. We had a really good D&M in our meetup yesterday in Canberra. It went to a whole new level, didn't it, Alexander?
It did. It was awesome, and it's a pity I had to leave early. But you know, these customers of mine, they're demanding some days. We cope with it. We cope with it. That's just life. It's good. I'd rather be busy than be bored.
Exactly. And Alexander, tell us a bit about what you're doing. Please give us a networking tip to get the most out of the Zoom.
Oh, look, I just got invited to a networking function for one of my partners in a couple of weeks' time that are doing a new product launch. And I actually, as soon as he sent me the invite through LinkedIn, I said, I'll RSVP in the morning, because he did it through a third-party link, of course. You want to attend as many networking events as possible, whether they're in your scope or whether they're outside your scope, because you never know what nuggets of gold are around the corner. So be open to networking is the tip of the day.
Oh, well said, Alexander. And quickly, can you tell us what you do as well and how you help people?
I'm a technology specialist. I work for a company called Ingram Micro Australia, the largest distributor of IT products in retail and in commercial space in Australia. And my role is to get our partners to engage with Ingram Micro and help them manage the relationships between all the vendors so they can be more efficient at selling the vendor products to their customers.
Oh, brilliant. Well said. Love your work. Can we give a round of applause, Alexander? Alexander, big thank you. It's a pleasure. And we have another one of our meetup leaders in nice and early. We've got the amazing Karen Clark. She helps us run our beautiful Brisbane, Queensland meetups. Karen Clark, how are you today? What's happening in your world? Hit that unmute key and tell us what's on your mind.
Hey, Ed, I'm fantastic. It's wonderful to be here with everybody. What's on my mind is that I am looking forward to our next Brisbane meetup, seeing as I've got envy of your last one that you put up. And was it, where did you go? Canberra, was it?
Went to Canberra yesterday, yes. Canberra.
Yeah, Canberra envy. So I'm looking forward to our next one in Brisbane. And then I'm also really looking forward to joining you for your Sydney one.
It's exciting. I'm glad you're traveling down. Karen, tell us what you do, and also please give us a networking tip.
Yeah, so what I do is I'm a mindset coach, and I work with people to help them to understand what really causes our results by connecting our thoughts with the quantum world, the quantum realm, and the universal laws, and to make things much easier to achieve the results we want. And my tip for today would be, I agree with, who was it who just, Alexander. I agree with Alexander, and show up, come along, do as many networking meetings as you can, because, you know, I put up a post today about networking. How to use them is to really connect with people afterwards and really build relationships and support other people. That's how we use the network. There's no point in just coming to a networking meeting and then not doing anything. Follow up, make connections with people, have meetings, and really get to know other people and what drives them and how you can help them.
Absolutely. Well said. We love you, Karen. Can we give Karen Clark a round of applause?
Thank you.
And there we go. And speaking of meetup leaders, we have another one of our meetup leaders. We have Piero in. Likewise, Piero and I hung out yesterday in wonderful, beautiful Canberra. And Piero, I almost look as slim as you. I'm feeling good now.
Hey Ed, how you doing, mate? Hey everyone.
Now, Piero, what are your thoughts and what tips and thinking can you give us to have a better networking experience?
Okay, my thoughts. Welcome everyone. Thanks for showing up. Obviously, one of the things that I really try to stand for is being my word. I had a great conversation with Amir today about being your word. Actually, a lot of the time when I have conversations with a lot of leaders, it's all about being your word, and your word is king. So I specialize in leadership development, especially at a very senior executive, high performance, high income earner level. You can check out all the LinkedIn for all the jargon. Yesterday, when Ed and I hung out, and Alexander Kittle was there, Andrew Brew, there was a couple of other gentlemen, Steve and Steve, there were the double Steves there. But what I want to bring up is what happened yesterday is we're consistently showing up so much that yesterday's conversations in our group, there was about 12 of us there, they became comfortable in talking about our discomfort. Now, why is that important? I want you to think about this group here. When you know, like, and trust who you spend your time with, you can ask and share with each other tips to help each other. Now, we do this face-to-face. I mean, we do this online every Thursday. But the point that I'm trying to get at is yesterday, it became personal and everyone was sharing these little tips. So here's my networking tip. Don't ask me what I do. Go to my LinkedIn page. Go to Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. You can look it up yourself. Ask me how you can support me. Now, I've said that in a face-to-face networking group before, but my point is this. I want you now to put in the chat. Ask me how I can support you. How can I support you? We all know, pardon my French, a lot of people, I was going to use a different word, but I remember these are recorded. We know a lot of people. So how can we support each other? Because the person that we might be looking for is not the face on the screen. Someone knows someone. So how can we support each other? How can we grow?
Here. Well said. Can we give a round of applause for Piero? It's a pleasure. And we have one of our other leaders. Amir helps us out across all our meetups across the place. Let's bounce over to Amir Meshal for the moment. Amir Meshal, how are you, my friend? What is on your mind?
Absolutely fantastic. It's always great to see you guys and dolls here.
Can you give us a networking tip, Amir? Give us a big networking tip. You're great at these as a master networker.
Well, I find this from personal experience. It's always easy to think that the neighbor's grass is always greener. Yeah. It's always easy to think that, you know what, I'm not going to go buy a car at a car yard. I'm going to just go private and look through all the classifieds and find a car secondhand. It's always easy to say, well, instead of buying stuff from the domain.com or realestate.com.au, I'm going to find a buyer's agent. It's always easier to say, I'm going to find somebody that's an expert in their job to do something. But where's the value? The value is when you actually know the person who's written a reference or a testimonial for that prospective person, that prospective expert, that they've given you their resume. They've talked about how great they are. But do you actually know any of the people that are testimonials for them? So I know I've worked with Piero now for 9 months, and I can give my personal testimonial at how great and exceptional Piero's tutelage is. Why? Because in some of my darkest times in the last 9 months, I've texted asking, is it okay for a quick phone call now? And Piero's always jumped up and gone, yeah, just give me 1 sec. I'll just do this, and I'll be there in 5 minutes. And he's been there. He's run to the plate and supported me. So when you look at people's testimonials, everybody lies on their resumes. Who agrees?
Yeah.
Who's ever received a resume, right?
Yeah.
But when you ask the testimonials, you actually look at the references and find out who's actually vouching for this shonky person that's written a big resume? If you know them, if you've met that person in real life, you know that it's not just somebody randomly going off saying, oh, slip me $100 and I'll say something nice on YouTube. I'll say something nice on Google. This is a real genuine customer who's spent their own money on doing something. That's what's great about these networking meetings. That's what's great about the meetups, and especially the victory offices tomorrow. The face-to-face means you can look somebody in the eye, stand belly button to belly button, and ask the tough questions. I hear that you use this person for that type of service. How do they perform? How were they as a professional? Anything I need to know about before I fork over my money. Face-to-face is always going to give you the truth.
Yeah. Well said. Amir, just brilliant as always. Amir, round of applause to Amir. Love your work, my friend. And that's really, really good. And just another honourable mention too. Can we give a big wave to Sagar? Big wave to Sagar. Sagar just joined our community, and Sagar, so good having you with us. Thank you. Do you want to say a quick hello, my friend?
Thank you so much, Edward. It's nice to meet you all over here. This is my first time over here, so hoping to learn a lot of things from all of you inspiring leaders. And I'm a marketing coordinator at Vision Overseas Group, so hoping to learn a lot from you guys. Thank you, Olga. Thank you so much.
Sagar, we love you. It's a pleasure. Now, I was going to say, Sagar, can you please share your LinkedIn link so everyone can connect with you? And everyone, please do the same. Share your LinkedIn links, connect with each other. And
Sure.
Please go for it. We're going to take a group photo shortly too, so please turn on your webcam so we can take a group photo, which is really, really cool. Now, I just want to go through a few quick things before we dive on in. But before I do that, Heck is our guest speaker. So wonderful Heck is our guest speaker. So give a big quick round of applause to guest speaker. So what we're going to do is once we get through everyone, we're going to speak to Heck. But before I do that, I want to get a quick group photo. So friends, just pose for the camera, do a really cool pose, look in the lens, hold the pose. We've got a nice square screen, so I want to get a good photo. So do a quick pose, everyone. I got my can of drink. There we go. Turn it all on. 3, 2, 1. Quick smile, winners. Hold the pose. I'll do it again. Hold on, go again. Oh, and Alessia, jump into it. Pose again. Oh, pose. Actually, hold on. Ted's coming in. I'm going to let Ted in. Got to let Ted in. There we go. We're going to let in Ted. Yeah, that's close enough. All right, everyone, pose. Do your pose. 3, 2, 1, smile, and hold the pose. Excellent. That was brilliant. We'll come back for one later, which is really, really good. So big welcome in. We just want to bounce over to Heck. Heck, did you want to say a quick, we'll come back to you later, of course, to your presentation. Did you want to say a quick hello now, Heck?
Yeah, I'll say a very quick hello. Thanks so much, Edward. It's great to be here. I've been here before, a bit on the quiet side, but today I got a presentation. I thought I'd say hello to everyone. I'm based down in Redhill in sunny UK, just about 20 minutes away from Gatwick Airport. And yes, it's absolutely brilliant to be here. And I look forward to sharing 5 minutes with you a bit later on.
Oh my God, it's a pleasure. We love you, Heck. Heck's a round of applause, and thank you for joining us. And what time is it where you are, Heck? Is it I see a beautiful morning sun on your part of the planet.
I tell you what, it's absolute. So actually, I've got no lights on in the room. So this is actual. So what I've got is my desk is actually facing out the bay window, as it were. And so all this is natural sunlight coming into the room. We've got a beautiful day today. It was crap yesterday, pardon my French. But today's absolutely beautiful. So it's one of those days that is really, really nice. So yes, it's just natural sunlight.
Oh my God, beautiful. There you go. Heck, love your work. What we're going to do is we're going to get through everyone now. So I was going to say, if you wish to remain silent, you are very welcome to do it. However, if you want to speak, you've got the opportunity to do it. You know the deal. Put up your hand, click the hands up key so we can get through you in order. But just a few things I want to show you first, just before we get into it. I'm just going to hit share screen. I just want to show you, winners, the state of the nation and what's coming up. Now, first things first, my legendary friends, let's go through a few files on Ed's PC. Now, I was just going to say as well, before I forget my winning friends, we have got coming up our next LinkedIn Influencer Mastery Workshop. So we had a really, really good one for March. Our April LinkedIn Influencer Mastery Workshop is coming up. We're on 10 a.m. Saturday, the 9th of April. That's 10 a.m. Saturday, the 9th of April. So if you want to come to our LinkedIn Influencer Workshop, click that link right now, hit the register key, and we'll get you in there. So that's a really good one. And also too, on the Meetup front as well, my legendary friends, on the Meetup front, I want to tell you what cool events we've got coming up while I've got you. And then we'll bounce over to your winners. So firstly, tomorrow, if you're in Sydney, we've got a face-to-face meetup in Sydney, which we're very excited about. So if you are in Sydney or know anyone from Sydney, come join us tomorrow. And this Monday, we have got our wonderful next live webinar. And this live webinar is extra special. I'm running a live webinar this Monday on my secrets on leadership in tough times. So I'm actually going to show you on how you can stay strong, how you can stay a committed leader, and how you can keeping to win big, even when everything's stacked against you. So we're going to have a great talk about that. So check out those links, book them in. And the final link I want to share with you is my website. If you go to edwardszia.com, we did a huge update and it looks absolutely beautiful. So make sure you check out my website too. We've got heaps of cool links there. So with that all said, let's bounce over to you, legendary winners. And I want to hear what you're thinking. Now, I was going to say it is being recorded, so please keep it all clean and positive. And the other thing as well, try and be as short and to the point as possible. The shorter you are and the more to the point you are, is the more persuasive and effective you're going to be. So with that said, let's open up with Mel. Mel, great seeing you. How are you, my friend? The floor is yours. Yay, Mel.
Sorry, guys, I forgot. Yeah, sorry, I had my mic up the top here. Okay, g'day everybody. I'm happy to be here tonight. Who would love a candle tip?
Ooh, let us know.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. This came from a few weeks ago. Somebody decided to burn some candles. Then they went out. Did you know it's actually a safety issue? So if you've got any candles burning, before you go out or go to bed, make sure you extinguish them. Because if your house burns down, insurance will not cover it. So that's my little tip for this week.
So your advice is don't burn your house down.
Don't burn your house down, yeah. But just keep an eye on them. If you are burning them, don't put them anywhere near anything flammable, and just keep an eye on them. So because sometimes they can, if there's a breeze, can actually flip. It happened to me about 2 years ago.
Wow.
There was a breeze. Luckily, I saw it and I grabbed the candle, I put the lid on top, and I was able to contain it. If I wasn't there, the house would have gone up in flames.
Wow. But then you could have claimed insurance and gotten a mansion or something, could you?
Well, it wasn't my house. I was actually renting. And it was a brand new house. So it doesn't matter if you're renting or if you own the house. It has happened in the past. It has happened. Yeah.
There you go. Beautiful. Love it. Can we give Mel a round of applause, Mel?
Thanks,
we absolutely love you. And it's a pleasure. And the next friend is Kemi Adakumbi from London. Kemi Adakumbi, tell us what you're thinking, my friend.
What am I thinking? I don't know. I'm not thinking anything. Yeah, so it's nice. It's nice to be here. My name's Kemi from London, as Edward said. So for me, I'm so much things, but I just like lifting people up and just. Did I hear a noise? I don't know. I heard a noise on my side.
I know, just normal distortion, just Chinese hackers, nothing of importance.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, I'm all about helping people with helping them get into their best version of themselves, either it be fitness, weight loss, energy, but I'm not going to bore you with all that. So yeah, I'm that health and wellness woman that likes to help people, also bring a bright light to humankind, to spread the love and positivity in this world. That's all we need in this world. We don't need hate. So yeah, thanks, Edward, and nice to meet all the new people as well. Thanks very much.
We love you, Cami. Round of applause to you, Cami, and a big welcome as always. And oh my God, we've got the amazing powerhouse psionic commander, Annie Burke. What's happening, Annie Burke?
That's all right. My mouse didn't want to move. Hello. I must say I really loved your interview with Piero. I thought that was very interesting with the fundamentals of what we need to focus on. So thank you for sharing that. Pleasure. I also wanted to say what a pleasure it is meeting such different people on networks. So some of you know I've got my own podcast show, which is What Animals Tell Me. And so some of the stories are about conversations I've had with animals, but I'm also interviewing people that have different roles with animals. So this morning I got interviewed by someone in New Zealand who has a very interesting approach to behaviour with dogs, and he's got a very successful program. So he interviewed me for his podcast show this morning, and then I'm interviewing him in a couple of weeks for my podcast show. And then last night I met a lovely lady who does energy healing with people and animals, but she also does astrology charts with animals. And so she can work out what's going on with them and work out what you need to do and perhaps why they're linked with you. So it's going to be absolutely fascinating when I get to interview her. So stay tuned. There's a lot of stuff about animals that I'm still finding out about every day.
Oh, there you go. It sounds like you're having a roaring time, Annie Burke.
I am.
Yeah. And I love how you're just moving along. I think it's important.
Moo.
Yeah, there you go. Now, seriously, we love you, Annie Burke. Can we get a round of applause to Annie Burke and not my pathetic jokes, which are just awful.
Well, I am a Taurus, so moo is appropriate.
Oh, there you go. So you don't take any bull, don't you?
No.
There we go. That's why we love it. Oh my God, we got Olga with us. Olga, what's happening, my friend? The floor is yours.
Hello, Ed. Hello, everyone. Good morning to you all. I know it's your evening, but it's my morning and it's gorgeous weather here as well. Well, I actually wanted to share a little 2 cents, let's put it this way, when it comes to networking, because we meet so many people and so often we can be overbooked with meetings and, staying in touch with wrong people. And I think really important tip here is to remember to trust our intuition. So whenever we are in touch with somebody and the conversation did not feel right, remember there's a green zone and there's a red zone. A green zone people are those who are your supporters, who are your inspiration, who are there to be happy for you, to celebrate you. And red zone are everybody else, right? Are those jealous people, those who are not feeling good people, those who are draining your energy. So whenever you meet somebody and it was not a green, put them in a red and let them be, and stay with those who are in the green, because then you'll be aligned. And that's very, very important. But about what I do, I turn limited people into limitless, and working with intuition is a really important part of the work with my clients, because we all have it, but we don't use it. So that's about me and 2 cents about networking.
And I love your topic, Olga. As Amir and I know, and Pierre and a few of you know, I've got a bit of a problem with toxic people. You might say, I don't like toxic people too much. In fact, I like being toxic against toxic people. 2 wrongs make it a right? But yeah, I hear you. Those toxic people, I think we can kick them to the curb. Don't you, Olga?
Yeah, we just leave them alone, and they can just be. They're allowed to be, just like we have day and night. It's okay for them to be that way, but it's not okay for us to keep them in our energy field, because they affect us, and why would we consciously let them do that? So let's keep them where they are.
Yeah, I think we should put them all in a desert island and just leave them alone. I couldn't agree with you more, Olga. If that's what you're saying, I couldn't agree with you more. Yeah.
Sure that.
Yeah, and I'm joking, sort of, maybe not, but anyway, let's continue. Love your work, Olga. Round of applause.
You're not.
Yeah, I am joking. Probably on that one. I was just going to say, we're going to hear from amazing Alessio, but let's take a group photo first. Another group photo, because we've got different people in the mix. So do a different pose this time, my friends. And I'm going to take a big photo of you winners. One more. Mel, stay still. Take another photo. 3, 2, 1, smile. Big nose. Oh, that was good. We had the whole full screen happen. One more. Come on. One more. Few people let it down. So look in the screen. Everyone at once. You look beautiful, Fizz. Don't worry about it. Sounds good. Look beautiful. 3, 2, 1, smile. Now, that was a legendary photo. Legendary photo. So give yourself a round of applause. Let's hear from my beautiful, handsome Italian friend, Alessio. What's happening, Alessio?
Morning, everyone. Thank you very much, Adam, for letting me speak. I really appreciate to be here, as always, as every Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays. I really love to meet you all, your faces, and also familiar faces as every Thursday. About me, I work with wines and also I'm collaborating with the Digital Academy, where we are teaching people how to enter, and also some tips on economics and finance. If you are interested in taking some courses, you can contact me, okay? And I will put my details in the chat box. Also, if you want to connect me on LinkedIn or grab a spot on calendar. Thank you very much, and speak soon.
I appreciate you. Let's say a round of applause to you, my friend, and love your work. And we've got a goose with us. Let me guess, you're a fine Turkish man with a cool name like that. Is that a fair guess?
Good guess. Yeah, my second name is Jim, actually, so I usually go with that.
His third
I'm
name is
Melbourne.
Lionel Messi.
What's that?
His third name is Lionel Messi.
Yeah, so I live in Melbourne. I'm a digital marketer, so I have like a small little courses to help people run their own ads rather than, paying agencies or whatnot. I put my LinkedIn down below, so let me just do that again so we can connect with people who are interested, like-minded, positive people as well. And that's all from me. First time here, by the way. Yeah, really happy to see you all, guys.
Oh my God. Big welcome. Round of applause to you, Jim. And now the fact that you talk Melbourne, just while I've got you over on that one, we've got a face-to-face Melbourne meetup coming up, which I'm going to.
Awesome.
So I'll just quickly share that in the chat. But we got Sydney tomorrow, and we've got our face-to-face Melbourne meetup. So I'm flying down for it next Friday, if I can find it. So, Jim, you're very invited, of course.
Awesome. I'll be there.
And where is it? There we go. Friday, the 25th of March. So make sure, when I share the link now, Jim, feel free to book in, and same goes for everyone else. That's for not tomorrow, but Melbourne next Friday, which is all very, very cool. So love your absolute work, winners, and absolutely appreciate it. So let's hear from wonderful Peter Beckham. How you doing, Peter? What's on your mind, my friend?
Hello there, Ed. This is my second visit, okay, and I really enjoyed my first one. I couldn't wait to get back. I'm an Aussie, but I live in a remote little Thai village, so it's a bit hard for me to get to Melbourne and Canberra at night. But to me, the thing I love about this group is the enthusiasm and the passion and the love. And that's really what I want to share. Don't ever be afraid to share your love with people. I mean, that sounds crazy coming from a male, but it's true, okay? And I listened to Piero. Your message was awesome, mate. Absolutely awesome. I loved it. And Olga, always trust your gut. I truly believe in that as well. That's enough for me because a lot of other people want to talk. Thanks again, Ed. You're a champion.
Beautiful. Such a message of kindness. We absolutely love you, Peter. And round of applause to you, Peter. And oh my God, we got Janine Vosper with us. Janine, what's on your mind, my friend?
Remembering to unmute myself. Thank you, Ed. I love listening to what everyone's got to share. So I thought I might actually share a little tip for public speaking, if that's okay. Simplest thing ever is when you print your notes, only print the top half of the paper. I'm sorry about the trees. I really am. But when you've got the whole piece of paper printed, you start looking down and you tighten your throat and you lose your contact with your audience. So if you only print your notes at the top part of your page, then you can keep looking out at everybody while you're reading ahead on your notes. It's a really simple tip, but it works amazingly.
So instead of like going like this,
yes,
you're just sort of going like that and keeping
correct,
that focus.
Correct. And that's what I do is I work with people to become really top professional speakers.
And what's your take on no notes? Like, only what do you agree with the statement, only losers use notes? What do you think of that statement?
If I'm running training sessions, I don't use notes at all because it's my stuff. Yeah, it's my thing. But I work with a lot of professionals and in lawyers and accountants and people that have got a ton of technical information. And it's really, so rather than having a death by PowerPoint, and I'm very much, when I work with them, to create PowerPoints that look really pretty with lots of pictures and that tells the story that they're trying to tell, without 1,000 dot points down, but they get the message across, and how them to keep it simple, which is a struggle.
So you're into life by PowerPoint.
Absolutely.
There we go. We stand for life by PowerPoint.
I love it.
Them,
I love it.
death by PowerPoint on every level. Janine, we love your work. Round of applause to you, Janine.
Yeah, thank you.
Well said. I need to work on my public speaking skills. It totally sucks. Heather Mitchell, how you doing, Heather? What's going on?
I'm great, Ed. Very happy to be here. I just wanted to say that I did another podcast today. It was Sean Matthews, The Real Deal. And I just want to sort of just highlight my journey, because I was so shy and underconfident most of my life. And I just can't believe, like, I just have to pinch myself when I see myself doing this, being part of this group, becoming an influencer with yours truly. And it's just really amazing to do that. So, and that's part of what I do, is to help people on their own journeys, and particularly on their own journeys to abundance. And I have a financial freedom program that I take people through, and the next one's starting next week, which is so exciting. The last one just finished, which is amazing, like really transformational. So thank you for listening.
Oh, we love you, Heather Mitchell, and keep it up. It was great catching up with you that week where we took a stack of photos and did those videos. That was pretty cool, Heather Mitchell.
It was amazing.
Oh, love your work. Round of applause to you, Heather Mitchell. We love your work so much. And we've got David Quinn Watson. I was on the phone to David today. How you doing, David? What's happening?
I'm great, Ed. Yeah, it was lovely talking to you briefly earlier. Fantastic to be here with all these great people. I wanted to share with you something I'm experiencing at the moment, which is, if you say yes, life gets really interesting.
Ooh, yeah.
So I started off this part of my life saying I'm a coach to small business owners. Through Ed's great advice, I now, because of my grey hair, saying I'm a mentor.
Yeah.
But I've been saying yes to a couple of opportunities, and it's led me into creating GoFundMe campaigns and networking with people in Uganda, of all places. So this is by way of saying I'm about to launch a couple of GoFundMe campaigns for people in Uganda, and I would like to send the link to the GoFundMe page to everybody in my network, which includes these wonderful people here, to see whether they can share it further. That's how they can help me today. Or even if you feel so inclined and you like the idea of being part of the donations that we're seeking to help these people, please contribute. So a bit of a heads up, and thank you very much for the opportunity.
Oh, it's a pleasure. David Quinn Watson. Round of applause to you, David, and we love your work. And I was just going to say, if you come in, please keep sharing your LinkedIn links, keep connecting. And also, too, I forgot to mention as well, we're an open and inclusive business network. So you're very welcome to share your own networking groups, other networking groups you're in. We're all cool with that. So please share away as well, which is all very important. And one thing I forgot to mention as well is I've got the link here for our next International Networking Zoom. So we're back here next Thursday, 8 p.m. Sydney time. And I'm sharing the link right now. So if I can please ask you all this. So do two things. Of this link I'm sharing, if you can please click that link right now and book on in for the next networking Zoom, that'll be great. And if you feel, you don't have to, but if you feel up to it, feel free to share the link for our next networking Zoom on LinkedIn now and saying, I love Lassie and Ed's networking Zoom, come to our next one right here. So again, click in and book in now. And if you love it, feel free to share it on your LinkedIn page right now. Tag and Lassie and I and invite everyone along. We'd absolutely love it. So that link above. So make sure you book into that now. And oh my God, Amir Mashal, what have you got for us, Amir Mashal?
Well, Ed, they say timing is everything, and I couldn't agree more. I wanted to, first of all, tell you that I'm doing something very uncomfortable.
Ooh.
So my expertise, where I've been swimming in the little pond for years and years and years. I've been an investor in real estate for over 20 years. I moved across to being a buyer's agent, helping people buy their properties. Now, in 3 weeks, no, it's now 2 weeks and 4 days, I'm releasing some of my secrets. So I'm actually going to take up the challenge that I think Janine threw down the gauntlet there. I'm going up on stage and giving my annual talk. So last time, Ed, you and I flew up to Brisbane when I gave my my presentation. This year it's in Sydney, but it's a live event, and I absolutely love the face-to-face meeting people belly button to belly button and asking questions and getting asked the questions. The thing with the annual event though, and this is the hardest thing for me, I'm not working from any notes. So as Janine was saying, this is more of a workshop. So when I go through property, I've been in the trenches for so many times. I've been to 1,000 auctions, and to me, I don't need the notes to say, what do I do first? What do I do next? But the most exciting thing, and this goes back to my coaches, to Ed Zia, to Piero, and being able to step out of my discomfort zone and just talking about me in my profession, but in front of paying crowds. And that's the difference between a hobby and a paid professional. If I want to call myself a professional speaker, it means I have to get paid. So this is one of my first moves into a paid presentation, and the $299 ticket is the first time that I've charged people fees that aren't a buyer's agent fee. So normally I charge somebody a 2.5% fee for me to find their property.
Wow.
This is scary for me. This is unknown. This is something that I'm uncomfortable with, but I know that my decades of experience comes across to people who they just don't have the commitment of $75,000 to pay me as a buyer's agent, but they have enough self-confidence to stand up in front of the mirror and say, yes, I am confident. And just for the person having enough confidence to step up, they're now getting the secrets, the behind locked doors experience. So I'm actually advertising this as a locked door experience. 5 p.m. is the start, but I'm physically locking the doors inside between 5 p.m. and 6 p.m. And only the people that are physically in Sydney, either they flew down or they caught the rocket down, they're going to get all the secrets from the locked door event. And I've never shared all of this information, not in one go. I don't think I've ever shared so much of my information. So we've got USBs to give away. We've got specific properties that we're looking at. And it's only relevant for people that are actually buying a property. But this will be a 3-month fast track to somebody who's at the beginning, at the middle, or at the end of their journey ready to buy. So I'm really scared out of my pants because I'm not yet a professional public speaker, but by the 5th of April, I will be a professional public speaker.
You absolutely will be. We love you, Amir. Can we give a round of applause to Amir Meshal? Amir, absolutely powerful, my friend. Love it. That's really good. And let's bounce over to wonderful Piero. What are you thinking, Piero?
Well, I always seem to have something to say, but then all of a sudden I go behind a winner like me, and now it's just I'm just going to make it all about him. I spend time with this guy three days a week for the last 6 months. We've been spending time together, literally in each other's underpants, in each other's pocket, living in a bedroom next to each other. When he says he knows houses, when he says he knows buying real estate, he ain't joking. Like hours upon hours, I have to hear it. But I swear I could go and buy a house purely based on his information. So if you're going to turn up to the event, if you're going to like reach out to him, if you want to buy a house, don't try and do it on your own. Just don't. Just ask for some help. Ask. So many people, this comes to my second point, so many people want to help so many people. If you have a look at everybody's byline, I help such and such. I help such and such. I help. Yes, we know. It takes this much encouragement towards another person for them to lift them up. And we're afraid of asking for help. But when we ask somebody for help, they are actually so willing to give it to us.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Round of applause, Piero. Piero, absolutely love it. I feel like taking another photo, so feel free to turn on your webcams or take another photo on the moment. But I was going to say as well, I want to ask you all something. We've had a great one. We're going to hear from Heck shortly. But I was going to say 2 things. If you haven't spoken and you want to speak, now is your chance. So if you haven't spoken and you want to speak, hit the hands up key in the reaction bar because we'd love to hear from you. Love to hear what you're thinking. Hit that hands up key right now. So we want to hear what you're thinking. We want to hear what's in your heart. We want you to share your abundance with the abundant group that's around you. So just hit that hands up key right now if you want to say something. No, okay. Well, I was going to say something else then. If you have spoken and you want to say something else, now is your time to say it. So if you have already spoken and you would like to say something else, we'd love to hear it again. Hit the hands up key. Oh my God, we got we'll do an auto. Paul Lowe, what have you got for us, Paul Lowe?
Hello, good evening there. Heading for Asia, so it's the power of the internet to meet you all. Just a quick introduction. I'm Paul, and what I do is I help creative types learn basic business because we are very good with our craft, we are bad with our finances, and it's not our fault because we weren't taught how to handle a business. So I'm here to basically advertise or to promote myself to say, let me help you understand basic businesses, understand basic concepts of business so that your finances in order, your processes are in order, and you can live a little with a bit more peace of mind in what you're doing. So just a bit of a request that if you know anybody who works in design, in media, in arts, in theater, whichever creative field, drop by my website, which I put into the chat, and well, thank you for your help.
Paul, sounds brilliant. Wrap, of course, you, Paul. We love your work, my friend.
Thank you, Edward.
David Quinn Watson, what have you got for us?
I wanted to give a shout out to Piero. I just think every contribution he makes is fantastic. I really loved his first one today. Well, I think it was his first one. I might have missed something even before that, but which was asked the question, how can I help you? I've put in the chat today, how can I help you? What are you looking for? Or who are you looking for? How can I help you find them or it? I'm yet to see an answer from anybody. I hope that people are thinking about reaching out to me. I'll put my LinkedIn chat there. I'll do it again. But just in line with what I was saying earlier, Ed, you can live a really interesting life if you say yes. So I hope people will say yes and approach me because it will make my life even more interesting. Not only if I connect with you, but I can help you. So thanks very much.
David Quinn Watson, we love you. Right, also you, David Quinn Watson. It's an absolute pleasure. And Olga, what are your thoughts, Olga?
Oh, thank you, Ed. I just heard little conversations here about public speaking, and I thought to share experience which I had on Saturday. As we all know, for 2 years, we haven't had the opportunity to be on the stage at all. But this Saturday, which just happened, I was for the first time in 2 years on the stage. And I kid you not, I felt like I am at home. I felt like I own the stage. And I absolutely loved every single minute. And I remember one thing which I kept telling myself before I went on that stage, something what I do for many years now. I learned it from Tony Robbins. It's not my own quote. But he has this quote which he repeating to himself, and I really adopted it. It really, really works. So anybody who is nervous about public speaking, nervous about doing a workshop or training, or even just working with a client, remember to repeat to yourself this. If you want, you can adapt it. All I need is within me now. All I need is within me now. It's really powerful because it just says to our subconscious that everything we need for this moment, right now, for our audience, for our client, is already within us. Or pass it on. Just wanted to share this because I know it helps me every single time, and it definitely helped me this Saturday because I absolutely enjoyed being on the stage. I had great feedback, and I hope it will help other people as well.
Oh, brilliant, Olga. Love your work, Olga. Well said. Amazing, Karen Clark. What do you think?
Well, it's a great evening tonight. And, there's been so many wonderful comments, and we're getting into this public speaking thing, and Amir's talking about being out of his comfort zone. So I just wanted to, and then one of you mentioned saying yes. So I just wanted to say, I've only known you, Ed, for, I don't know, less than 6 months. And I always say yes as well if I get offered an opportunity. And you offered me the opportunity to be a leader, and then you offered me the opportunity to be on the Boss Ladies Summit panel. And so I tell people, people ask me how long have you known Ed or whatever, and I say, well, that's what happened, and I just said yes every time. I didn't even know what I was saying yes to when you asked me to be a leader. So I also wanted to add, it's a great philosophy. And I wanted to add about being brave like you, Amir. And, how we all suffer the imposter syndrome.
Yeah.
Especially those of us who are, influencers and experts and authorities. And I just want to say, when you start to think about that, think about how far up the ladder do you have to be to put a helping hand down? You only have to be one rung up the ladder, right? So, and there's always going to be people who we can help who, we're not that much way further ahead. So remember that. And the other thing for public speaking, I've taught it in one of my webinars, is learn the foveal state. Amir, you were on the webinar when we learned that. Learn the foveal state, and it takes a few seconds before any meeting or presentation or whatever to do. If you want to learn it, reach out to me. I'm happy to give you a 10-minute chat to teach you it, no charge. It's
Love it.
Absolutely amazing.
Karen, amazing. Round of applause to you, Karen. Super generous as always. We're going to take another group photo shortly. Peter Beckham, what have you got for us, Peter Beckham?
Very quick. I just want to be a bit contrarian, and this is not against what you just said, David, because it's the timing factor. But I truly believe if you say to people when you first meet them, how can I help you? Be careful, that could be perceived as being very presumptuous. Okay, because people sometimes will take that as almost a sales pitch in disguise. What David did here is with people he knows has got relationships with. But be careful if you do it with the person for the first time. Food for thought anyway. I have found saying things like, what can I do to help you in return is fine, but how can I help you? You have to be careful with that. That's my thoughts.
Yeah, there you go. They might say wash my car or do my laundry or something, wouldn't they? Go on that.
Yeah. Just be very aware. If people don't know you, then they're going to be thinking all sorts of things. That's all.
Ooh, there you go. They might say, I want 2 coats of wax, not 1. 2 coats of wax.
Well, the point is you've got to earn the right to ask. That's the point I'm really making.
Oh, there you go. I like a bit of contrarianism. Round of applause to you, Peter. There you go. I love contrarianism. And oh my God, Melissa Jensen, what are you thinking?
I just want to come in and just say a huge big thank you to Edward and Lassie for putting on this amazing meeting every week. I think it's fantastic. Because of you, Edward, I've come out of my shell. And they're not here tonight, I just want to say a huge big shout out to our amazing Melbourne leaders, Simon Bowden and Naomi Jarnjuk, who I'm looking forward to seeing again next week, who have been so supportive and fantastic. So anybody that comes down for the meeting next week, you'll get to meet them. And also young Edward, who will be there next Friday. And I've got a surprise next Friday too.
Well, looking forward to it. And also too, Mel, I've actually lost all my lockdown 2 weight. I'm now working on my lockdown 1 weight.
Oh, okay. Fantastic. Well, so does that mean I've got to sort of look behind Wendy this time?
There you go.
To find you. And I should say a big shout out to Wendy Dawson from Victory Offices.
Wendy Dawson.
Victory Lounge. Wendy is super amazing. We can't do this without her. So so just want to say thank you to Edward and everybody else. So yeah.
Oh, we appreciate you. Absolutely beautiful. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to bounce over to wonderful Heck right now. Heck's a wonderful guest speaker for the evening. And so if Heck's there, Heck's getting all warmed up. But before we do that, I want to take another group photo. And while Heck's speaking, I'm going to upload the group photo. So do a different pose, hold up something different. I'm just going to hold up my old Microsoft Surface, which is next to me with all my stickers on it. But I'll cover the WeWork stuff because I don't want to piss off Wendy. And we're going to go for it. So there we go. I'm going to hold up my old PC. My son uses this PC now to watch YouTube. It's my old PC. So everyone, 3, 2, 1, smile. Hold the pose. Wonderful. Aren't we just such a beautiful group of good-looking people? So, so we're going to bounce over to Heck time. So Heck's an amazing guy. Heck and I go way back. Top fitness and health guy. And so what I was going to ask you to do, if everyone can just please keep your microphones on mute. If you've got any questions or anything you want to say, just put it in the chat. And we're going to bounce over to the amazing Heck. What I'm going to do, Heck, I'm going to enable screen sharing so you can share screen. And Heck, I've just spotlighted you so you've taken over everyone's PCs. Heck, over to you. How you doing, my friend?
Hi, good morning, everyone, and thanks for giving me a few minutes, Edward. I much appreciate it. So I'm just going to give you a very brief introduction. I coach primarily men over 40. I do coach some women that are a minority, sort of works out about 1 in 4. Often they arrive to me because of referrals. Now, the idea of coaching that I do is understanding that most men are pretty busy, and if they're in their 40s or like many of my clients in their 50s, time is a big element. And often they have left their health and they've left their good habits in the past because of work pressures. So I created a program that would address this, and on the idea that less is actually more. So you don't have to spend, I understand you can't spend an hour and a half in the gym. I really get it. Or even an hour in the gym. So it has to be something that is sustainable, something that you like, and something that blends into your lifestyle. Because you can actually do a transformation and have some really good months. But guess what? If it's something that is not sustainable, that blends into your life, you won't continue to do it. And 6 months down the line, you'll be where you started. Okay. So what I'm going to do now, in essence, I'm going to put a short presentation. It's about 5.5 minutes. And it gives you a bit of a flavor of what I do. And more importantly, things that you can take away. Now, it doesn't matter whether you are a young guy, like some of the guys here, maybe in their 30s, mid-30s, early 40s, or whether you're even older, 50, 60 or older. The principles and the core ideas still work. We are talking sleep, so we're talking sleep and habits, etc. So without further ado, let me fire up my presentation. Okay, I'm going to share screen. Okay, and the presentation is, here we go. Okay, can you see this, Edward? Okay, good, let's go. Tell me if you can hear it. Can you hear it?
No,
Edward,
we can't. I've got it on my PC. We'll do my version.
Okay, I just thought, don't ask me why, you have to enable some sound sharing on Zoom sometime. Okay, do you mind taking that back and presenting it?
So what we'll do is, I thought of this as a backup option. What I'm going to do is, I've got it on my PC, so we're going to share it on mine. So stand
Appreciate it. Yeah.
Share it on mine. There we go. Do the photo later.
That's our plan B, eh?
There we go. Had it on my PC desktop.
How to develop great habits. How to master sleep so you get up feeling great. How to stay fit and lose weight forever. This will increase your self-belief and confidence. You will be happy and show your best self to the world. I'm the founder of Fitness TMB and creator of the IE method for men over 40. I have helped many men transform their body and mindset in under 90 days. I have been in the fitness business for over 25 years. And I'm proud to be Spanish and British. How to develop great habits, how to master sleep, how to stay fit and lose weight forever. Now grab a pen and paper and get ready to take notes. How to become your best self, stay fit and lose weight with the RRE method. I'm going to describe phase 1, recondition. Find your why, master sleep and create great routines. Develop a focus in nutrition. Optimize your hydration and develop a winner's mindset. Okay, let's dive into the recondition phase. Find your why. What is your deep desire? Why do you wish to become healthier and fitter? Dig deep. Do you wish to be there for your spouse or your children? What is your why? Okay, master sleep and create great routines. Now, sleep has been described by some experts as being more powerful than diet and exercise combined. Your sleep needs to be a non-negotiable. Cognition, energy, mood, and well-being are massively affected by sleep. Here you will develop great habits and powerful routines. Develop a focus in nutrition. Listen, this is not a black art, and carbs and sugar are not your enemy. You will learn how food can be healthy and delicious. No calorie counting. Honestly, there's no need. You become your own nutrition expert, understanding macronutrients and those micronutrients within the food. Listen, no need to go hungry or hangry. Optimize hydration. This is super simple. You will learn to load on water, which has huge benefits. Some powerful hacks to make drinking water easy. Hydration reduces cravings and aids metabolic processes. Create a winner's mindset. Developing the right mindset is key to enjoy life. Positivity mindset will add to your self-belief. This is the engine that enables an improved identity to be developed. Phase 2, recharge. Exercise optimally, where you enjoy the activities that fit into your lifestyle. Work-life balance, so you take care of yourself while managing your life and commitments. Have fun. Connect with others with new self-confidence. Meditation. It's a powerful tool of mindfulness that powers and relaxes the mind for optimal performance. Energize, the final phase. The icing on the cake, the final push. Welcome to your new life. Develop great habits. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. Here are some great men who you will no doubt recognize. They all have great habits. Good habits will support a healthy lifestyle in terms of eating, sleeping, exercising, and having better relationships. Good habits will reduce the motivation needed. Okay, let's look at Joe's new habits and routines. Joe increased his daily water consumption. He added regular walks, also started resistance training, and he created an evening and morning routine. He made healthy food choices. This allowed Joe to lose 14 kilos and feel great with more time and more energy. So in summary, if you implement what I've just covered, you will feel great and reap the benefits. Now, you need to think about creating those solid habits. In a morning routine, you want to have that sun exposure, hydration, do some exercise. In the evening routine, you want to have the Energize Hour where you switch all your electronic stuff off and you get ready for sleep. You may do some deep breathing. You will do some reading so you can actually have a great night's sleep. I hope you enjoyed this presentation and you got some value out of it.
Oh, there we go. Wasn't that good? Round of applause. And I can actually add to Heck's presentation. Heck got me really focused on sleeping better. It's funny, since I've slept better, it's really helped me with my weight loss journey. Heck, what do you think, my friend?
Yes, I wanted to, I hope it was varied. So as you can see, it doesn't matter whether you are 25 or whether you're 75. Some of the elements are going to be, and again, it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman or anything else. It's just going to work because it's the fundamentals. Now, clearly, depending on if you want objective, if you want to put muscle or you want to lose weight, there'd be some tweaks and changes. But I think if we keep it really, really simple, and as you just said, Ed, you had it just down to one thing, which was just good sleep. Forget everything else. Forget nutrition, forget the exercise, forget the meditation. If you just got good sleep, the improvement to life will be amazing. And there's some experts who actually reckon, and that I found quite fascinating doing my fitness journey, that sleep is more important than actual nutrition and fitness combined. And that to me is a huge, huge thing, a huge accolade on sleep itself. So I agree, Ed.
Yeah, because I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's been really, really good. And I just want to open up to the floor. What questions or thoughts do you have for Heck? Feel free to jump in and say hello to the hot mic or type it in. But what questions or thoughts do we have for Heck? Ooh, a quiet room, a quiet, thoughtful room. Well, I'll add to that. I think sleep is the way to go. The message I get from you is sleep well. If you sleep well, that'll cascade and solve a lot of problems.
I agree completely.
Peter, floor's yours, Peter.
Yeah. Heck, I've got an issue for you. I'm an oldie, right? I'm 76. And my challenge is sleep. Okay. And you just mentioned something that really gave me a shot. Because if sleep is more important than exercise and nutrition, then I am really hanging myself out to dry. You got any clues about how to sleep well?
Yeah, sleep is absolutely key, and I can't stress it enough. I've had some people come to me that sleep was so up in the air that it was just a major problem. And of course, imagine trying to convince someone to eat properly, to do anything they want to do when they get up knackered in the morning. So straight away, you're half a battery. So then the rest of the day, you're fighting it. Then by the time you get into the evening, you're tired because you didn't sleep well. Your mood is massively affected. You've got hormone dysregulation. The list of bad sleep is as long as your arm. Okay. So the easiest thing about sleep. Now, I do appreciate there can be more extreme cases where you've got apneas and medical conditions. But generally speaking, the easiest thing, and I'm going to put it down to a few things. When it comes to sleep, just a handful of things, right? So the first thing, you need to work it back. So you say, what time do I want to be in bed asleep? Let's just keep it simple. Let's just say 11 o'clock at night. Some people go, oh, blimey, that's super early. Some people go, that is super late. It doesn't matter. Let's just keep 11 as a ballpark figure. So then you work your way back 1 hour and go, right, so I'm going to put my alarm clock at 10 o'clock. And at 10 o'clock, everything starts to shut down. So no TV, no mobile, no lights, no nothing. And then you spend the next 60 minutes is what I call the de-energize hour. Other experts call it the power down hour. It's essentially the same. You then split it into 3 20-minute blocks. The first 20 minutes is you just spend literally trying to organize your day for tomorrow. Maybe your training shoes, maybe your briefcase you're going to take in, maybe your packed lunch, getting bits for the kid, depending what age you're at, okay? The next 20 minutes is you're going to say, right, hygiene. Your shower, your teeth, you go to the toilet, you maybe, if you're a woman, you take your makeup off. Obviously, you don't have that issue. And that's the next 20 minutes. And the final 20 minutes, okay, you get into bed and you either do some deep breathing, meditation, stretching, reading. I don't say do it all, you wouldn't have time. Just pick a couple of things. And what's important is that you see what works for you. So if some person would love reading, another person would like stretching, another person would like deep breathing, another person would do meditation or combination of the above. The whole thing is we are telling our mind is a funny old thing, right? The 3 pounds of blubber between our ears is a funny old thing. Once you do that for about a week, 10 days, your body will automatically go, it's time to go to sleep. It happens super quick. I've had people that within a week have literally turned around their sleep. So by the time you actually hit the pillow, the idea is you want to be asleep within 5-6 minutes. And then as you do this more regularly, the key here is not to have a haphazard, is to actually go to bed at the same time, at least Monday to Saturday. That is the thing, because if you start varying it a lot, you don't get the benefit. So that is the thing. Go to bed at the same time, get up at the same time. And that in itself will have a massive impact on your well-being and on your health.
Thank you, Heck. Thank you very much indeed. That was priceless.
And just adding to that, the other night, you know the film Scarface with Al Pacino? It's one of my favorite films. I started watching it at about 11 o'clock at night with my phone and my Samsung earbuds in. And even though I slept, I just had Tony Montana pouring into my head. And I had this dream to say hello to my little friend. It wasn't a fun night's sleep, I can tell you that. It's a bit weird. Amir, what have you got for us?
So, Heck, I've got a question for you. And unfortunately, Piero's dropped off the line now, but I'm starting another goal. So, sometimes you just take on a few different things at the same time because you get motivated in one field. And then why not add health? So Pierre is now coaching me into running the City to Surf. So in Sydney, we've got a race that's 14.4 kilometers. Heartbreak Hill. So that's the bit where everybody hits the wall or gets exhausted halfway up the hill. My question about time, sleep, and exercise is if you're looking at the balance of things moving around in your body after your exercise, do you find that you're not allowed, or it's very bad for you, to exercise last thing at night, or to exercise in the middle of the day, or to exercise in the morning? Because for me, when I go for a run, I'm ready to go to sleep half an hour afterwards. I finish, I shower, and middle of the day or first thing in the morning, I just want to go back to bed.
Yeah, it's a, so here I'll give you a couple of hacks, right? So exercise you can do whenever you want, but what's recommended is you don't make it too close to bedtime, because it can disrupt your sleep. Because again, the cortisol that you built up, you're too close to bed, you're just working yourself up. For example, if you did a resistance training session with weights, if you do it too late in the day, it may affect your sleep. Now, here's a little trick for you, okay? Which I've been doing it. Now, we've got a mutual friend, Ed and myself. He's the great Adrian Lee. Now, Adrian published back in October last year, as part of his morning routine, he mentioned cold showers. Now, that didn't appertain to me at all, because I just don't like cold showers. However, it triggered me, right? So to cut a very long story short, that's exactly what I did. So from October last year, I've been taking regular cold showers. Now, this sounds counterintuitive, but just bear with me. Once you've had your run and you're really, really sort of baked and tired, if you actually have some cold exposure for 15 seconds, once you've had your normal shower, it will really invigorate you. Now, this is really useful because I run in the morning. So I meet my neighbor twice a week, 6 o'clock in the morning, Wednesday and Fridays. So by the time I get back home, I'm sweating and I'm hot. And so what I do, I will have a cold shower. And that in itself, you come out of the shower, and if you guys have ever gone into a cold sea and you come out of a cold sea and you're sort of that cooking feeling, it really, really sharpens the mind. So that's my trick, my little trick to you, Amir. A cold shower will really, really help you. And of course, the other one is give yourself 2-3 hours before going to bed to finish your activity. That's the other advice I'd give you.
I promised Piero that I would try the cold shower thing, and I stuck to my word, as I always do. And I had a 40-second cold shower, and I'll never do it again.
But listen, here's the thing. If you do that cold shower for about a week consistently, every day, you will be amazed how after 7 days, it just doesn't feel so cold. And here's the other thing. If you do have a cold shower, don't have your head under the water for half that time, because your head is less tolerant than the body. So just put your head in and take it out, and that makes it much easier. That's another tip for you.
Oh,
thank you, Heck. Appreciate that.
Oh, brilliant. I love it. Any other thoughts or questions for Heck while we've got him? Going once, going twice, and sold. So just before we finish up, so Heck, can people contact you on LinkedIn to book in for discovery sessions or sign up with you on that sort of thing?
If anyone wants to improve their health and well-being, as I've mentioned, then any time, then of course I'm on LinkedIn. Just get in touch and see how I can help.
Oh, too easy. Well, let's roll up there. Can we give a round of applause to Heck? Heck, thank you so much. We're honoured to have you with us. And I just want to wish you all a wonderful day and night everywhere. So thank you, everyone. Please, let's unmute. Give everyone a big round of applause and we'll finish up there. Love your work all.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Good to be here.
See you guys.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you very much.